Okay, you guys, so today I'm gonna teach you guys how to make albondigas, like a soup. So these are the ingredients. You're gonna take half a roll of cilantro and chop it up like this. You're going to need a handful of rice, uncooked, two of pieces of garlic. I know it looks like three, but... And for this, don't forget to peel them. So take off the peel. This is how the peel looks like. And you're going to need 2 boiled eggs, hard-boiled eggs. You boil eggs by filling up water, letting it boil for a little bit, for 5 minutes, and then adding your raw eggs and letting them sit there for 20 minutes, and then they should be done. Right now I have them in cold water, but that's optional. It just makes it easier for me to crack them and peel them off later. And then you will need 2 eggs that are not boiled, so 2 boiled and 2 none. You're gonna need it's optional for this. I have 5 clavos, and I have 8 pimientas, which is pepper, I think, in English. And then this is hojas de laurel, and this will be added in the end. So this is what you'll need first for, of course, in the ground beef. Those are the things that we're going to use right now to make the meatballs. Later on, we will use this plate, which just has 5 tomatoes, half an onion, and 2 pieces of garlic. And we will mix literally all of this in the blender, and that will be it. And then add 2 cups of water. So let's get started on making these delicious meatballs. So what I did next is I just, the 2 pieces of garlic that we were going to put in here, I just cut them up and like this, and I'm just going to dump it all in here. Now I'm going to get the 2 eggs and crack them and also put them in here. This will be our mixing bowl for everything. I'm going to actually go ahead and get the rice, pour that all in. We're done with that. Okay, and I will get back on after I crack the eggs. Okay, so now that I cracked the eggs and put them in the bowl, I just grabbed my 2 hard-boiled eggs, and I'm just cutting them, slicing them into, pieces like this. I'll show you guys in a minute once I'm done. So like this. Doesn't have to be pretty. Just as long as they're like this. And then you just throw it in the mix. And this is how it's looking so far, the mixture. Okay, puppy. Okay. Now I'm gonna get this, all my little spices. And what I do, I have them in this napkin. And I just fold it like this. And I take my hammer. I usually always have a hammer in the kitchen, and this is why, because I use it specifically when I'm cooking. And I just hit it and I crush them, and then once they're all crushed, I put them in there. It's just much easier for me. I don't have that little like Mexican bowl where you can crush it, so I just use my hammer and it works perfectly fine. Okay, so this is how it will look like after you smash it. And you will end up with these big pieces of clavo. And I usually just take them out, because then they'll end up in your meatballs, and when you bite into it, it's going to be so spicy. So yeah, take these, the big pieces that you couldn't really get small, take them out. So it can look like this. Okay, now you're going to want to get your salt in a spoon like this. And you're just going to want to fill it halfways of the spoon and pour that into your meatballs. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my ground beef, and I'm going to just use half of it. And now you're just going to mix everything up with your hands or whatever utensil you like to use to not get your hands dirty. Put on gloves if you like to put on gloves to not touch the beef. And start making little balls. And I will show you guys the size. Usually, just get the palm of your hand and do this, like literally this size, like a scooping size. So before I actually start making my meatballs, I come over here and I get my pot out and I just get like a few slices of onions and I put oil on the bottom, just enough to fill these areas, just a little bit. And then I will usually just do this, and that will be enough. Okay, the meatballs are done. For your blender, you're literally gonna get all these ingredients that I showed you guys previously. I like to cut mine up a little bit before I put them in because then my blender gets a little bit stuck. But you do what you want to do, throw it all in just how it is. Okay, so before you start blending all your ingredients together in the blender, you want to get 2 cups of water and pour it in. Okay, so this is how your mix should look like. Now we're gonna go back to our pot, and we had it the onion cooking. We are going to get this. I don't know how you say it in English, but you just put it on top if you have the option. Mine just can sit like that. And you get your mix and just pour it in. Just like this. Okay. I usually get a little bit more water and just do this to the blender and pour it back in. Okay, so now that you poured your blender mix in the pot, you want to get a spoon like this, or any kind of spoon you want, and just press it down so all the juice can go down. Alright, after you squeeze the crap out of this, this is how it will look. Okay, so now that you have your mix going on in the pot, you're going to want to add in a few pieces of cilantro, so long pieces, not chopped. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5, it's whatever you want. Just throw it in there. Get your hojas de laurel. I have about 3 different sizes. It doesn't matter how many, you can just use 1 if you want. I just love the extra flavor. And you want to get a cube of this. This is called Nor Suiza. And just open it and put it all in there. I'm going to want to add a spoonful of salt at this time. And then we're going to let this sit and boil so all the flavor can get locked in. Okay, so I just added in the meatballs and I just used this to pick it up and put it in the soup. I'm going to wait 5 minutes, cover this up, wait 5 minutes, and then I'm going to add water. While I have this cooking, I also like to just clean up my kitchen and wash the little bit of dishes because I hardly used any. I like doing that so my kitchen can be clean by the time that my dinner or lunch, whatever you're using it for, I'm going to use it for lunch and dinner. By the time that it's done, my kitchen is clean and I can just relax for the rest of the day. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes. I just turned off the timer and you taste it. For me, I'm going to add another spoonful of salt because it wasn't the taste I wanted it to, which is totally normal. And you just play with it. Then try it. If you want to add another spoonful, go ahead. And yeah, and this is how you make albondigas. So I hope you guys enjoyed and had fun making these, and I hope your family enjoys them. All around it right here is just the extra fat that came out of the ground beef. You just want to remove that.